Today's video will be all about rational exponents. Learning targets for today: I can illustrate expressions with rational exponents, and I can write expressions with rational exponents as radicals and vice versa. So later, after you finish your video, you have to evaluate yourself if you meet the targets for today. Let's start. What is a rational exponent? These are any number raised to a fraction as its exponent. Examples: 3 raised to 1/2 and m raised to 3 over 2. As you may observe, the exponents here are written in fraction form. So this would make it a rational exponent. Let's define. For any integer n greater than 1 and any real number b for which nth root of b is defined, b raised to 1 over n is equals to the nth root of b. In simple words, we can change any rational exponents into a radical expression and vice versa. When changing rational exponents into a radical expression, we have to remember this. b raised to 1 over n, 1 or the numerator of the rational exponent will be the exponent of the radicand, and n, which is the denominator of the rational exponent, will be the root of the radical expression. b here is the radicand of the radical expression. Let's try. Write each exponential expression using a radical notation. Number 1, 5 raised to 1/2. So we have to be familiar on the parts of the rational exponent. We know that 1 here will be the exponent of the radicand 5, and 2 here will be the root of the radical expression. So this will be square root of 5 raised to 1. 1 is the exponent of the radicand, and 2 is the root of the radical expression. But in algebra, we seldom write 1 as the exponent of any number. Same goes with 2. We do not write, or we seldom write 2 as the root of the radical expression. Instead, we write square root of 5. And here is your final answer. Next example, a raised to 1 over 5. Again, you have to be familiar on the parts of the rational exponent. This example will result into the fifth root of a raised to 1. 1 is the exponent of the radicand, and 5 is the root of the radical expression. Again, in algebra, we seldom write 1 to indicate the exponent of a certain number or variable. So instead, we write the fifth root of a. And this is your final answer. Let's try another examples. Write each radical expression using exponential notation. Number 1, square root of x. So we know that the exponent of x here is 1. And we also know that the root of the radical expression here is 2. So when we are going to rewrite this radical expression into a rational exponent, this will result into x raised to 1 over 2. 2 is the denominator of the rational exponent, and 1 is the numerator of the rational exponent. Let's try another one. Cube root of 2. So we know that the exponent of 2 here is 1. So therefore, if we're going to rewrite this expression into an exponential expression, this will result into 2 raised to 1/3. This is your final answer. When changing rational exponents into radical expression, we have to remember this. b raised to m over n, wherein m, as you may notice, will be any number greater than 1. M is the exponent of the base, n will be the root of the radical expression, and b will be the radicand of the radical expression. Let's try. Write each expression using a radical notation. Y raised to 3 over 2. So we know that 3 here will be the exponent of the radicand y, and 2 will be the root of the radical expression. So this will be equal to the square root of y cubed. But in algebra, again, we seldom write 2 to indicate the root of the radical expression. So instead, we write square root of y cubed, and this will be the final answer. Next is 3 raised to 4 over 3. Again, 4 will be the exponent of the radicand 3, and 3 here will be the root of the radical expression. So this will result into the cube root of 3 raised to 4. And this is how you change this exponential term into a radical expression. Let's try another examples. Write each radical expression using exponential notation. Square root of m cubed. So here, we know that 3 will be the numerator of the exponent of the rational exponent, and the root here will be the denominator of the rational exponent. So this will result into m is equals to 3 over 2. This is your answer. Next example, cube root of 2 squared. So here, we know that 2 will be the numerator of the rational exponent, and 3 here will be the denominator of the rational exponent. So this will result into 2 raised to 2 over 3. And this is your answer. Okay, let's check the learning targets. Did you meet the following targets for today? That's great. I hope you learned something today. Do not forget to click like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Thank you and God bless.